friends, welcome to the point. In this session, we are discussing about the globe, latitudes and the longitudes. What is a globe? A globe, it is a spherical model of the earth, of some other celestial body or of the celestial sphere. This globe, they serve as a purpose similar to some maps, but unlike maps, it do not distort the surface that they portray except to scale it down. A model globe of Earth is called as terrestrial globe. We can say that a globe is a true model of the Earth. Globes vary in size and type. Big ones, which cannot be carried. There are also small pocket globes and globe-like balloons, which can be inflated and they are handled and carried with ease. The globe is not fixed. It can be rotated, and in the same way as the top spin or a potter's wheel is rotated. On the globe, the countries and the continents are marked, and also we can see the oceans. If we observe this globe carefully, we can see that the needle is fixed at the two ends, and this needle and this is fixed in a tilted manner, and this is called as an axis. The 2 points on the globe through which the needle passes are the two poles, North Pole and South Pole. The globe can be moved around this needle from west to east, just as the earth moves. This is just a globe which represents the shape of the earth, but the real earth does not have any needles. It moves around its axis, which is an imaginary line. There is also another imaginary line that runs on the globe, and it divides the globe into two equal parts, and this line is called as an equator. The northern half of the earth is known as northern hemisphere, and the southern part is known as southern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere are the two equal parts. Therefore, the equator is an imaginary circular line, and it is very important reference to locate places on the earth. All the parallel circles from the equator up to the poles are known as parallels of latitudes. Latitudes, they are measured in degrees. The equator represents 0 degree, and since the distance from the equator to either of the poles it is 1/4 of a circle round the earth, it will measure 1/4 of 360 degrees, and therefore it is 90 degrees. This 90-degree north latitude, it marks the North Pole, and 90 degrees south latitude, it marks the South Pole. All parallel north of the equator are called as north latitudes, and all the parallel south of the equator are called as south latitudes. The value of each latitude, it is followed by either the word north or south, or it is indicated by the letters N and S, which means north and south. There are 4 important parallel latitudes. They are Tropic of Cancer, which is 23.5 degree north in the northern hemisphere, and Tropic of Capricorn, which is 23.5 degrees south in the southern hemisphere, and Arctic Circle, which is 66.5 degree in the north, and Antarctic Circle, which is 66.5 degree in the south. Heat zones of the earth. The midday sun, which is exactly overhead at least once in a year on all the latitudes, is in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, and therefore this area it receives the maximum heat, and it is called as torrid zone. The midday sun, it never shines overhead on any latitude beyond the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, and the angle of sun's rays, it goes on decreasing towards the poles. The areas bounded by the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, and the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere, they have a moderate temperatures, and therefore these areas are called as temperate zones. Areas that lie between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere, and Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere, they are very cold. And it is because here the sun does not rise much above the horizon, and therefore its rays are always slanting and they provide very less heat, and therefore this zone is called as frigid zone, which is very cool. Longitude. Longitude is a measurement east or west of the prime meridian. Longitude is measured by the imaginary lines that run around the earth vertically, that is from up to down, and the north and south poles meet. These lines are known as meridians. Each meridian measure 1 arc degree of longitude. To fix the position of a place, it is necessary to know something more than the latitude of that place. For example, the Tonga Island in the Pacific Ocean and the Mauritius Island in the Indian Ocean, they are situated on the same latitude, that is 20 degrees south. And now, in order to locate them precisely, we must find out how far east or west these places are from. And therefore, we use a meridians of longitude to find out the distance. The lines of references, they are called as meridians of longitudes, and the distances between them are measured in degrees of longitude. Each degree, it is further divided into minutes and minutes into seconds, and they are semicircles, and the distance between them, it decreases steadily polewards and until it becomes 0 at the poles. Poles are the places where all the meridians meet. The meridian that passes through Greenwich, where the British Royal Observatory is located, and this meridian is called as prime meridian, and its value is 0 degree longitude, and from it we count 180 degree east and 180 degree west. The prime meridian and the 180 degree meridian, it divides the earth into two equal halves, that is the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. Therefore, the longitude of a place, it is followed by the letter E for east and W for the west. Longitude and time. One of the best ways of measuring time is the movement of the earth, the moon and the planets. The sun rises regularly and sets every day and naturally, and it is the best timekeeper throughout the world. Local time is known by the shadow cast by the sun, which is the shortest at noon and longest at sunrise and the sunset. When the prime meridian of Greenwich, it has the sun at the highest point in the sky, all the places along the meridians will have a midday or noon. We learned that earth rotates from west to east, and all the places which is in the east of Greenwich will be ahead of the Greenwich time, and those to the west will be behind it. The rate of difference, it can be calculated as the earth rotates 360 degrees in about 24 hours, which means 15 degree in an hour. That means 1 degree in 4 minutes. And thus, when it is 12 noon at the Greenwich, the time at 15 degree east of the Greenwich will be 15 into 4 times, that is 60 minutes. The 15 degree east, this place will be 60 minutes ahead than the Greenwich time, and the 15 degree west, it will be 60 minutes behind the Greenwich time. See you in the next session with some other interesting topic. Thank you.